Hey everyone, Coach Zach here. Welcome to Burnout to Breakthrough. This is my new journey that I've been going on, having been burnt out physically, emotionally, and mentally for, probably honestly over a decade. So I'm documenting all the processes that I've been taking I'm certified health and strength coach. I've gotten a lot of credentials over the years from college to various certifications. When at the end of the day, though, these challenges we are all susceptible to. I'm sitting on my laptop here and I'm no different. So I have managed to do some amazing things with my mind, my body. I've made some great transformations. I'm no longer obese, but at the end of the day, I have been burnt out. And so this is just documenting the final steps I am taking personally to solidify a sustainable lifestyle, one that makes me the best man, husband, father, and coach that I possibly can be. I'm trying to find my place here. We got all these lights in this kitchen. I'm not exactly sure where to go from here. All right, we'll try it right over here. So right now what we're doing is I've been cleaning up our house we just moved to Florida a couple of weeks ago. Actually, I'm sorry, a couple months ago now. And our house was really a mess just as a residual hangover from the holidays and everything. And so we've been putting in a lot of effort the last couple of days to clean up our space simply because when you're feeling overwhelmed, burnout, when you're having chronic fatigue going on, your environment is going to be either helpful to you or more stress inducing. And this is just a little example of how a little thing that our mind sees on a daily basis ends up soaking up a lot of our bandwidth. I have not yet got our water cooler going since moving here to Florida from Reno, Nevada. And it's been sitting here bugging me, kind of taunting me. And I'm just about to go on my way to the store right now. And I was like, you know what? Let's take this cooler with me. Let's take this water bottle with me. Let's get the cooler going. Look in the water bottle. Haven't used it in a couple months. Naturally, there's a little bit of mold in there. So I just wanted to show you a prime example of how something can be in our head. Like I said, every day I will notice that water bottle. I'll be doing something. It'll be time to go play soccer, go to jujitsu, and I'll be like, hey, I should get some water. I'll look over. The water's empty. So now, we're using tap water, which is fine. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a big debate about how much better tap water is than bottled water anyways. Hey, what's going on? This is my son, Owen. Hello. So I just was searching for how to clean this out just to show I've been having this thing on my mind for literally months. It's just been sitting there taking up, mental RAM, mental hard drive space. I go and I search. I'm like, oh, it's pretty easy to actually clean this. So here's the recipe or the method that I was just given. You add about a gallon of water to the water jug. You add a cup of rice. In this case, I had half a cup, so I added 2. And then you add a little bit of dish soap right there. And now you just shake. So this whole process, so now let's really break this down. You don't need to watch me shake it and do all that. That's not the point. The point is when I actually stepped up and I'm like, hey, this thing's bothering me. Like how long is it going to take? Thank you, Michael. Do you want to be on camera? How long is this actually going to take to fix and, get it off my mind, free up that mental bandwidth? Turns out is very, very fast. So it's really important that we explore and really go after these things that we find our attention getting divided, because our attention is being dragged in so many different directions right now. We have, I don't know if you've heard of this, but the whole concept of the attention economy here on these platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, every single platform you're on, they just want your maximum attention. They want you there. So we have all these forces trying to get our attention, really messing up our ability to focus and concentrate. Most people's average attention span right now is 3 seconds, just from too much scrolling on devices. When we start freeing up bandwidth, now we have more ability to focus on the things that we know we have to be focusing on, the things we tend to procrastinate on. Very small example, but if you start to apply this rule, and this is where the Kaizen philosophy comes in, which is simply the Kaizen philosophy just boils down to improving 1% every single day, because at the end of the year, you don't improve by 365%, you improve these exponentially. So it's somewhere in the thousands or hundreds of thousands. I haven't done the math exactly because the number doesn't matter. But just keep that in mind. I'd love to hear some examples or some questions about areas where you know that your attention is being sucked up and your energy is being drained. Because when we start working through that, that's how we build the momentum to then start tackling the bigger things like If we haven't been working out, now we'll start to have more energy, time, focus to start doing really moderate workouts, even if it's only a couple minutes a day. You'd be amazed how much momentum you build when you just simplify things down to the rudimentary step. And I'm going to give you the best example I can think of right now. I was watching this video about Kaizen, and in the example, there was, the doctor of the story, this man who's been obese for like his entire adult life. He gets to the point where he can't even get up off the ground without assistance anymore. He goes to the doctor. He's desperate for change, desperate to lose fat. And the doctor says, okay, I want you to go home and drink a glass of water first thing in the morning for 2 weeks straight. And the drinking of the glass of the water, it doesn't, burn calories, doesn't speed up metabolism. It doesn't go through all these scientific explanations of how to lose fat. What it does do is it starts to show the mind, the nervous system, hey, I'm capable of doing things. Because really, most of us, I shouldn't say most of us, every single human being has set goals and fallen short time and time again. And when we're chronically stuck in addictions, overeating, drinking, using, too much caffeine, going online at night, not sleeping enough, when we have these patterns going, there's that really part of us, the identity and the beliefs are just not there. So you just go as simple as possible using this Kaizen philosophy. And I'm doing this in multiple ways. I'm going to continue to document it because I am the person that's done this for so many years where I'll write these big, elaborate goals and I'll have every intention of doing them in the moment when I'm writing them. And then when it comes time to actually execute them on a daily, consistent basis, I fall completely flat. And it's just because I make them too engrossing and too complex. And it comes with the territory of like having studied nutrition for decades, having studied lifting and how to move better, quality movement, flexibility. Since I have such a breadth of that knowledge, when I think about things, it can get very complicated very quickly. So just boiling it down to the essence of a goal that's manageable just to get that momentum going in these different areas is an absolute game changer. And I'll be documenting as I do that because I am going to be coming through and doing this Kaizen approach in my training, my coaching business, my parenting. We're just currently starting homeschooling. I'm applying it there, my marriage. So this Kaizen philosophy can be all encompassing. I'd love to hear your feedback about what was most impactful for this. If you want to see a video about Kaizen that goes into more explanation, happy to share that too. There's some great ones out there. Make a great day, everybody. We'll be back on here very, very soon. Talk to you then.